Good morning, Feet to Faith. Good morning, good morning. It's Monday. It's my favorite day of the week. I love a Monday. Love, love, love a Monday. Because I normally unplug and I don't do anything all weekend. So I can fill my cup up so that way Monday I am ready to go. I'm going to wait a few minutes. See if any of you guys pop up here. I see one person. Y'all say, hey. Because I don't like to talk to myself. Good morning, Brittany. Good morning. Happy Monday. I was going to wait until baby girl's nap time to do this video. But she woke up late. That never happens. Okay, listen. That never, ever happens. So her and Aiden just got up. I might have to, let me actually take her out of her seat real quick. Get it out. Get it out. Okay, we're back in business. All right. Sorry. So it's going to wait till 11 o'clock to do this video. That's normally when she takes her nap. But I had somebody text me late last night, and it's going to be here at 10:30. So I wanted to do this live before today got crazy, because if y'all have kids, you never know how your day's going to go. You just don't know. So I wanted to pop up here and share some PRV tidbits with you guys. So I'm going to rewind just a little bit for those of you guys that don't know my story and all the things. So I joined almost 6 years ago, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. Almost 6 years ago. I didn't have a support system, so I didn't have family, I didn't have friends buy for me. I literally, everybody thought this was a joke. Everybody thought I was crazy, including myself. I thought I was crazy too. So I got my kit, and I took it to work with me, and I put it in my break room. So that was my launch party. Put it in the break room. Everybody that worked with me, I only worked with 4 nurses and 2 front desks, so 6 people, ordered from me, and I hit Shooting Star. So I learned then, I was like, partying is what I have to do. Clearly, I don't have a customer base because my friends and my family don't support this. So I have to grow a customer base. So my first month as a consultant, I sold $500, hit Shooting Star. That was my first party. So I was like, okay, I need to party. That's what I have to do. I need to book parties. So every month, I've been doing this for almost 6 years. Every month since I joined, I have booked parties. I have asked everybody that could be asked. So I started with the 6 people that ordered from me. 2 of them said yes. So they would take that bag, take it to their mama's house. One of them had their mama take it to work. She worked at a school. And when they had people order, I would ask those guests, I would follow up with them, and I would ask them to party with me. And so on and so forth. I asked and asked and asked. Every time a customer would give me an order, a new customer, I would ask, do you want to get some free stuff? That's literally all I say. I don't send long paragraphs. I don't send the host reward chart. I don't send any of that. I just say, do you want to get some free stuff? And I learned early on that that's how I had to grow my customer base. I didn't have a choice. I live in the middle of freaking nowhere. One stoplight town. We just got internet like 2 years ago. It's crazy. So I learned early on that I had to party and follow up. That was my system to work my business. I didn't have a fancy rinky-dink system. I didn't have an Excel spreadsheet. We didn't have the Amy app. We didn't have any of those things. I learned early on I had to party and I needed to follow up. I needed to party and I needed to follow up. And I've done that consistently for almost 6 years. That doesn't stop. So whether you're a certified consultant or a superstar director, partying never stops, because you have to meet new people. You have to meet new people. You have to bring new people in, especially maybe you live in a small town like I do. How are you going to sponsor if you're not meeting new people? So I've consistently, and I don't say this, I don't know why I always feel some type of way when I share numbers, because I never want people to think I'm bragging or think I'm boastful or anything. But I want to tell you that what I do works. Almost 6 years in, the last 3 years, I've never had under 5,000 in PRV, ever. So this month I'm over 8,000 PRV. I'm almost at 8,500 PRV. And that came from partying and following up. Partying and following up. So get in the habit of asking, do you want fries with that? Okay? If somebody gives you an order, like I had somebody give me a $100 order yesterday, and I'm like, girl, do you want to try and get some of this for free next month? Like the catalog's changing. Do you want to get some free stuff? Do you want to get some free stuff? Do you want to get some free stuff? People are all about the free stuff, okay? People are all about the free stuff. I don't word vomit. I used to really, really suck. You have to suck for a little bit, okay? You have to suck and you have to fail to figure out what works for you. And for a long time, it took me 7 months to book my first home party. And I was like offering a kidney. I was like, listen, I'll give you anything out of the catalog you want. Just please have a home party with me. Bag parties are my jam. That's what I do. That's what I love. And of course, I've had to tweak them over the time. But you have to party. That's how you're going to grow your customer base. You can have the highest PRV in the world, but it means nothing if you're not sponsoring. So for me, partying means new contacts. So I want you to picture this. If you have one party this month and that one party gets 10 orders, that's 10 new people. If you have 5 parties and 10 people order from each party, that's 50 new people. My customer base, I didn't know before Scentsy. I didn't know any of them before Scentsy. They're not friends. They're not family. They're guests that attended somebody else's party that I followed up with, that I took care of. So I'm going to go into my next thing, at what I do after I follow up with them. So after I follow up with them, I was going to go to my office and pull it out, but I'm not, because if she sees me, I know she's going to lose her crap, but I'll post a picture. I invite them to my VIP page on Facebook. I do have a VIP page, but listen, because I know people get very confused with this. Some people only post on their VIP page, and you're doing your business a complete injustice if you're doing that. Okay? In order for me to meet new people, I also post on my regular page. That's what I have to do. She heard me, so I knew she was going to come in here. You have to post on your regular page. That's how you're going to be relevant. That's how people are going to know you're the Scentsy girl. That's going to be how people know you do Scentsy if you're not posting on your regular page. VIP pages are great, but don't just limit yourself there. So when I have customers order from me and I follow up with them, I say, I would love to add you to my VIP page. This is where I do samples. This is where I do sneak peeks. But ultimately for me, that's how I build a relationship. If you ever have guests that order from a party, so you have a guest that orders from a party, I add them on my personal page. But I want them in my VIP page. I want them in my VIP page. Because if they have their notifications set to all on my VIP page, they're going to see every new release that I post up there. They're going to see every Scentsy related thing that I post up there. They're not going to miss things. So I want them in my VIP page so I can build a relationship with them. I don't just post Scentsy stuff in my VIP page. I don't let consultants in my VIP page. Love consultants. I don't let them in my VIP page because that takes away from personal connection. That takes away from building relationships. And at the end of the day, this is a relationship building business. You want to build relationships. Just like when you sponsor, think about who you joined under. You more than likely, not always, you had some sort of a relationship with them. Think about when you buy a product from somebody else, maybe Color Street or Lime Life, whatever. You have a relationship with those people. For me, it is pertinent above anything else that I do in my business that I'm building. I see you, pretty girl. That I'm building a relationship with these people. Because people are not always going to remember what you say, but they're going to remember how you made them feel. So when they order from my PWS, they're going to get a text from me. I saw that you just ordered. You have no idea how much that means to me. I appreciate you more than you ever know. I have some mail coming your way. Thank you for being so good to me. Building relationships. That's what this business is. It's building relationships. Giving more than you take. It's one of our core values. So my focus after they order from me and after that I follow up with them is I want them in my VIP page. I want them to add me on Facebook. I want them to follow me on social media because I need to build a relationship with them. They can buy Scentsy from anybody. They can buy Scentsy from anybody. I mean, just in my town alone, we probably got about 50 consultants. They can buy Scentsy from anybody, but they're buying it from me. Why? Because they have a relationship with me. Because they know I do this for my children. They know I'm home with my kids. They know I love them. They know I care about them. They know that if their dog just died, I'm going to text them and say, I'm so sorry to hear that. They know if their kid is sick, I'm so sorry. Do you need anything? Do you need a porch drop-off? Relationship building business. So, party. You have to party. It never stops. It never stops. And I know it's scary. I know it's so scary to book parties and to ask because, right, you're scared people are going to say no. People are going to say no. Or worse, people are going to ghost you. I mean, I asked 1 million people last week to party and half of them read it and they didn't even respond. They didn't respond. It ghosted. But here's him. She off the chain, Amber. That's why I'm like, let me go ahead and do this video now. Because it might not happen later if I wait later. But it is what it is. It is what you roll with the flow in this business. That's the best part about this business. That's the best part, okay? Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfection. Listen, you know why I wanted to do this video at 11 o'clock? Because she usually goes down for her nap and I usually have an hour of silence. And I can focus. But that's not real life. That's perfection. And sometimes in this business, you have to stop looking for perfection. Because there's no perfect business. I don't want my customers thinking I'm perfect. I want them to know I made a delivery Saturday and she screamed the entire time. And I'm like, girl, this is my life. They don't want perfection, okay? Nobody wants perfection's boring. This is real life, okay? This is my life. Usually she's up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. She slept in this morning, so it's throwing my day off a little bit. But it's fine. There's blessings in it. There's fine. It's fine. You have to party. So here is my biggest tip for partying or for sponsoring or for whatever you're doing in this business when you're talking to people. Go into every conversation expecting them to say no. Every conversation that you go into. So if you want to sponsor somebody or you're trying to book parties, just pretend they're going to say no. Break your heart, break your own heart before you even go into the conversation. And it takes it off. It takes that pressure off of you, that weight off. If I'm like, I'm going to ask this girl to party, but I know she's going to say no, but she says yes, I get uber excited. Uber excited. Versus if I'm like, oh my God, I hope she says yes, I hope she says yes. And then she says no, and I get discouraged. And then it affects the rest of my day, and I don't want to ask anybody else because what if 10 more people say no? And then I'm discouraged, okay? Discouragement is a real thing in this business. And oftentimes, people let that discouragement of one no or one ghost or one person not responding to them affect their entire business. I do that a lot. And you have to remember that their response is not in your control. The only thing in your control is asking. That's the only thing in your control. So, I'm going to recap a minute. And then I'm going to tell y'all a couple other things that I do to get PRV. Party. You have to party. You have to party. It doesn't stop. If you want to grow a big business and have consistently high PRV, consistently sponsor, the number one thing, well, two things. The number one thing, that's right, girl. I am telling them, girlfriend. Yes, ma'am, I'm telling them. The number one thing that you can do for your business is to party. Partying is going to solve all your business problems. All your business problems. That's how you're going to get PRV. That's how you're going to sponsor. That's how you're going to grow your customer base. If you want to build a business, a big business, the number one thing you need to do is party. Above anything else, that's what you need to do. You party. The next thing, you need to follow up. I know y'all hear it, the gold is in the follow-up. The gold is in the follow-up. But I don't follow up, hey, how'd you like your fragrance flower? Isn't it great? It's beautiful. It smells amazeballs. I love it. I don't follow up like that. I follow up always with a purpose. And sometimes it's just to say thank you so much for your order. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. It means more to me than you'll ever know. Or, girl, you have done an order for me 3 times this month. It's time for you to get paid off your own stuff. Or, girl, you be buying like 10 things a whip every single month. Why don't you get them 10% off and get a half off with and get on Scentsy Club? Or, girl, you done referred your mama and them to me. Why don't we get a bag in your hand so you can get some free and half off product? AKA party. Okay? Book parties without saying the word party. That's the kicker. You book parties without saying the word party. Following up. And I have this video. I do, but it's private. Never mind. I'm just going to recap. If you don't have a follow-up system, before we get into the busiest season and the best season in the Scentsy world, I want you to do yourself the grandest favor, okay? Because people think in order to have a successful business, you have to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customers. You do not need hundreds of customers. You do not need a lot of customers to have a successful business. You do not need a lot of customers. You just need to take care of the customers that you do have. So before we get into the busiest and best season in the Scentsy world, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to your order history. And I want you to hit order history. Brandley, what are you doing? Okay. I want you to hit order history. And I want you to export it to Excel. And I want you to print it. I want you to print your order history. Those are your people. Those are your people. Okay? Listen. You don't need to do a lot of things in this business. People have overcomplicated it. Let's do a million things. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is what you need in your business. You need people. You need people. And when you take very good care of your people, they're going to host with you. They're going to buy from you. They're going to join from you. You need people. So print your order history. Those are your people. Now I want you to categorize them. Who would make a great host? Who would make a great recruit? Who would rock this business out? Categorize your people. When you have spurts of time, like clearly, this is my life every day. Every day. It's a blessing, but it's hard when you have a business. So if, who knows, she takes a nap, I have my categorized paper right there of potential hosts, potential recruits. So all I need is spurts of time to have conversation. My people are right there on my order history sheet, printed out. So when I get spurts of time, I'm like, okay, I need to book parties. Who am I going to ask? Here's my people. Here's my list right here. Okay, I need to sponsor. Who am I going to talk to? Here's my list right here. You need your people. So print your list of people. Focus heavily on those people. Do you have a VIP page? I know people have conflicted thoughts on VIP pages. I've had a VIP page since I've joined, since I had my first customer. Is it always popping? No, it's not always popping. But you learn from it and you build from it. My goal with my VIP page is to build a community. Those are my people. So when we get new releases and I post them, that's how I get orders. I mean, we posted Wally, 7 pre-orders for Wally from posting on my VIP page because they have notifications set, because those are my people. Yes, I'm going to still share on my personal page. Yes, I'm still going to post in my stories because I need new customers. I want to constantly build my customer base, but I want to take care of my existing customers. Because at the end of the day, I don't want 200 customers, 300 customers. I want 50 loyal customers that I have built relationships with. Okay? You want quality over quantity always. One of the things I do too, so I do ask them, can I add them to my VIP page during a follow-up, especially if they're a new customer? But how many of y'all do parties and your host doesn't put their address or their email or their phone number or anything, and then you try to look them up on Facebook and there's 20 million Mary Sues. So you just add all of them because you don't know who the right Mary Sue is, okay? We've all had it happen. So I actually have a slip with a QR code to my VIP page. My VIP page is private. And I'm going to post it up here. I don't have anything that can be edited. Okay, because my Canva, funny story, I forgot my login. I had to make a new Canva, so I don't have the original, okay? I only have it saved to my Vistaprint, and I can't edit the word from Vistaprint, the wording on it. But I have my QR code, and it has something like, add yourself to this page so you can get sneak peeks, early access to samples, blah, 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 and it has the QR code, and I stick it in their orders when their orders come in if I don't have any information to follow up with them. That way, they can see it and add themselves to my VIP page. Does that make sense? Because at the end, that's where I want them. I do want them on my personal page so they can see my stories and my posts. But listen, you also need to know where your customers see your information. She is tearing this bookshelf out of slam pieces. He took every book off this bookshelf. Every single book. I mean, she's doing it with such fierce. Really? Really, Grace? What are you doing? What are you doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Anyway, what was I telling you guys? I was saying something real important. Okay, so you need to know how your customers see your information. So I emailed and I posted on my VIP page a Google Doc that was a survey. Because I wanted to know where did they see my content. Because that's important for me. Because if I'm doing 1 million stories, but my customers don't see my stories, or if I'm doing 1 million posts on my personal page, but they don't look at my personal page, I need to know that. Because I do use my stories. That's how I get new recruits. That's how I get new customers. That's how I bring new people in. But how do I serve my existing customers? I need to know where do they see my content. So I sent them a Google form. 100%, 80 people filled it out. 100% said that they see my content, my Scentsy related content on my VIP page. Which let me know right then that that VIP page is one of the most important income producing things for my personal business. That I need to invest and I need to share and continue doing what I'm doing in that VIP page. Because that's my community. I also asked them to share there. I know I ain't the only one. And I probably shouldn't say this. But I'm going to say it. If you live in a town like me where you have 50 consultants are savages, okay? They savage. And I ask my customers, I do ask them, I'm like, can you share on your personal page and tag me in your order? And some of them have said, Katie, I don't want to because my sister sells it or my cousin sells it or my best friend sells it, but I buy it from you and I don't want them to feel some type of way. Totally understand because I am that person. I'm not going to hurt nobody's feelings. But they will share it on my VIP page because they know that's a private page. So I get them to engage with each other on that page. My husband goes live on that page. My husband shares on that page. Aiden, I take pictures of him packaging up their orders and post it on that page. I ask things that are not Scentsy related on that page. It doesn't have to just be Scentsy. It builds relationships with each other. So that when they come to my open house that I'm doing on Sunday, they know each other. They come. We're like family here. We're all in our pajamas. They're like, oh, yeah, girl, I see you posting all the time on Katie's VIP page. They get to know each other. Okay? Let me check on her real quick. What are you doing, boo-boo? What are you doing, boo-boo? Come here. 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 You want to see the people? You want to see people? You want to see people real quick? We're almost done. We're going to give them 2 more tips, okay? 2 more tips, and then we're going to be done, okay? Can you tell them hi? Can you tell them hi? Huh? She's got RBF. Horrible. Horrible. Oh, you being shy. You being shy. Okay, I'm going to give you guys just a couple more tips. Okay. Focus on what's available. Some of y'all... Not y'all, but y'all is a general term. Sometimes I don't even have to share because consultants share stuff so early. Consultants share stuff so early that they actually get pre-orders for me. So case in point, I'm not sharing Hocus Pocus yet. Why am I going to share Hocus Pocus? I don't know the release date for Hocus Pocus. I don't know the pricing for Hocus Pocus. I don't know none of that. So rule of thumb, if you don't know the information, don't share it. Don't share it. Now, I do tease the heck out of my VIP customers. I do tease them on my VIP page. But rule of thumb, you share what's available. We came home from SFR and I had customers blowing up my phone. Okay. You can go out here. I had customers blowing up my phone. I saw such and such posted Hocus Pocus. How much is it? I'm like, boo. I don't know. And they don't know either. So how are they collecting pre-orders? Hello? How are you collecting pre-orders? You don't know the price, the date. I mean, you don't know nothing really. So rule of thumb, I only share what's available. Just because you have all the information, right? Just because you get a bunch of information, especially if you went to SFR, doesn't mean you got to share it all, okay? You got to keep a little bit to yourself, okay? You don't have to share all the things. You don't have to share everything that you know. You got to give it piece by piece. People get overwhelmed by that. I'm like, okay, here's Hocus Pocus, but guess what? The catalog, the discontinued list is 20% off this month. My customer can be like, well, what do I want to do? Wait for Hocus Pocus, because I don't know when that's coming. Or the 20% off sale. You confuse your customers when you don't know the answer. So if I don't know the answer, I'm not sharing it. I'm going to focus on what's available. So I have 8,500 PRV this month. 8,500. That came solely from partying, following up, and sharing the heck out of this discontinued list. The heck out of it. My customers don't need to know about the new catalog yet. They don't need to know. The only people that know about the new catalog are people that have booked parties for August. And people that I am mailing stuff to today. I prepped to mail last night and I'm mailing stuff today. But they don't need to know yet. They don't need to know until about Thursday or Friday when I'm going to start sharing new catalog stuff with my customers and on social media. They don't need to know because it's not available yet. So yeah, Aqua Glow is stunning, but you can't get it, boo, till Monday, next week, till next Monday. You can't get it. But you know what you can get? Some pink cotton. That's what you can get right now. You can get you some Cocoa Lime and some pink cotton and some Bonfire Beach. You can get that right now. So rule of thumb, if it's not available, don't share it. Don't share it. And if you have customers come to you, and I do all the time, like, boo, I don't know. I don't know why Susie Q shared that. Susie Q is not even active this month. And she's talking about some Hocus Pocus? Susie Q, you need to get active, boo. Hocus Pocus will be there when it's time. But you need to get active, okay? I don't know why in the fart you're sharing Hocus Pocus and you won't even at SFR and you're sharing Hocus Pocus and you're not active yet, confused, and you're set to go inactive. So you might be inactive before Hocus Pocus even comes. The fart. You got 22 PRV and you're set to go inactive this month and you're sharing Hocus Pocus and you're probably not going to be a consultant when Hocus Pocus comes. Confusion. It tears my nerves up, but you can't control what other people do. They bring me business because I have a whole list of people that want Hocus Pocus now because people share it. I'm not sharing it yet, okay? You have to know when to reveal all your secrets, okay? You have to know when to reveal all your secrets. You don't just give all your secrets away right then. Like, hey, Alice in Wonderland is coming. Hocus Pocus is coming. Fall collection, Christmas collection. You have to do everything with a purpose. So if I sneak peek people, it's because I need parties booked. So if I unveil some of the Harvest collection, it's so I can get parties booked for September. You don't just share without a purpose. Everything you do in your business needs to have a purpose. Every follow-up, every party booked, every conversation, everything you do needs to have a purpose. But at the center of that, it has to be building relationships. What are you doing in your business to build relationships? How are you building a community? Just like a team page, just like when you build a team. How are you building your own community as a consultant? I know that I have customers that will never, ever, ever leave me. Ever. Because I have such a strong relationship with them that even if I forget to follow up with them when they order, or their order is late, or shipping is ungodly slow, they're not going to fault me or be rude or ugly to me because I have built that relationship. Everything you do has to be strategic. So that starts with partying. There's a reason why that's the first thing on the first things first checklist when you join, is to have your launch party. We are party-based business. For some reason, after people hit Shooting Stars, Sensational Start Certified, they're like, I don't need to party anymore. You do. You always need to party. That never, ever, ever, ever stops. I don't train my team. If I don't have parties booked, the only reason I'm doing this training for y'all is because I have 5 parties booked for August. If I had 0 parties booked, I wouldn't be doing this training. I'm not training nobody. Nobody. Until my business is set. You have to party. You have to party. And that's why you have to have your list of people too. Because if I'm going into work, if I'm clocking into my work time, and I'm like, Katie, you haven't sponsored this month, that's my focus. Or, Katie, your PRV sucks. Okay, Katie, you need to follow up, or you need to book parties, or you need to do something. You have to know where your focus is every single day. You don't need to go blindly into your day every day thinking, okay, what do I need to do? Let me post on social media. Social media is great. That's not how you work your business, though. It's not how you work your business. Social media is great, but it's behind the scenes that nobody sees. The follow-ups, the building relationships, the booking parties, the having sponsoring conversations. Those are the things that are going to build your business. So, starts at partying. That's why it's the first thing on the first things first checklist. The very first thing, and it never stops. Month after month. Going at 6 years in January, I've partied almost, because there are some months I try. So I have to bank on follow-ups. I have to resort to follow-ups if I can't get parties booked. I have to resort to follow-ups. Or asking for referrals or whatever. Partying never stops. So if you want to know the golden nugget to have a successful business that's going to solve all your business problems, PRV sponsoring, party. Because that is going to solve all your business problems. Promise you, that's how you're going to grow your customer base. That's how you're going to get PRV. That's how you're going to get connections so you can have sponsoring conversations. You have to party. It solves literally every single business problem. If I have teammates come to me and they're like, Katie, this month sucks. I'm struggling. I'm like, well, how many parties did you book this month? Oh, I ain't got no parties booked. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do. That's probably why your month is sucking. Because how you going to sponsor if you got the same 5 customers? And one of them's your mama. And your second cousin. And your baby's daddy's girlfriend. You can't grow a customer base or grow a business with 5 customers. You have to bring new people in, new contacts in. You have to have that partying mindset. So, your challenge, print your order history. Those are your people. Categorize them. Those are your people. Print them. Follow up with them. Take care of them. If you don't have parties booked for next month, book parties for next month by simply asking, do you want to get that for free? AKA, do you want fries with that? Book parties for next month. Partying will change your business. I can tell you that I have some of my most loyal customers, my best customers, live in Ohio, New York. I got some in California that I've never laid eyes on ever. They were guests at a party. An online party, a bag party, whatever version of party. They were a guest that I followed up with, added to my VIP page, took good care of. They started seeing all the new Scentsy stuff, new releases from my VIP page, and I continued to build relationships with them. And some of them have ended up joining since then. that, above all, is the most important thing for your business, is building relationships. Relationship building. How do you make people feel as a consultant? Do they know that you value them? Do they know that, yes, mark your customers. Some of my customers, I'm like, oh my God, she joined, and I can stand back. I'm like, she joined because Alyssa had a party for me. She lives in Ohio, but she was referred from this girl that lives down the street from me. And then this girl booked a party, and then this girl ended up joining from that party. There's magic in it. There is magic in it, I promise you. But you have to ask. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get used to saying no. Go into every conversation expecting a no. So, I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. I know it was all over the place because I'm wondering what in the fart my daughter is getting into right now. Party, follow up. Know who your people are. Take good care of them. I promise you, they're going to refer you. They're going to come back to you. They're going to be loyal to you. They're going to spread your name for you. Promise you. Comes back tenfold. So that's your challenge. I'm going to challenge all of you guys, because it's fall, okay? New catalog. 5 parties for next month. 5 parties. So your challenge, print your order history so you know who your people are. 5 parties for next month, okay? In this video, once you do it, I want you to comment so I can cheer you guys on too while you do it, okay? You can do the scary things. Last week I had 0 parties booked for August. I have 4. My goal is 5. So before the end of the day, I am going to book 1 more party. You have to push yourself, okay? I ain't got nobody over here pushing me because I don't want to work today, okay? I don't want to work today. Just point blank period. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't want to work today. I was up till 1 o'clock last night. I don't want to work. But my dreams and my goal, and the only reason that I am home right now with my babies, is because of Scentsy. And it's because I booked parties. So regardless of how I feel right this moment, I'm going to book that party before the end of the day. Because I know my August will thank me for not giving into temporary feelings. Because, yeah, I don't want to work today. But I might tomorrow, or I might next week, or I might next month. And if I banked working my business on how I felt, 80% of the time I would never work. Ever. All right. With that, love y'all. Y'all have a good day. Bye.